Paradise PD, brought to you by Red Lobster and Code Red Mountain Dew, apparently. So, Paradise PD is the newest animated show on Netflix. It's a Netflix original adult comedy by the makers of Brickleberry, which was also an adult cartoon on Comedy Central. So this show follows a group of police officers. You have Kevin, who's kind of like our main character, who is new to the force. He's the son of the police chief, who kind of doesn't really like him, so he's always trying to prove himself as a cop. You got the police chief, who is in charge of the precinct. He's crazy and eccentric. You have Bullets, a dog who's addicted to drugs and alcohol. Gina, the crazy, super violent woman on the force. Dusty, the morbidly obese, super nice one. And Fitzgerald, the one who has PTSD. And there's also an old man who I can't remember his name. He's also a big part of it. So, like I said, this is an adult-oriented comedy show. And it really gets its comedy from shock humor or gross-out humor. So if you're not very comfortable with that kind of stuff, you're definitely going to not like this show. Like, if you don't like South Park, you're not going to like this show, because South Park is a lot more tame than this. They take advantage that this is on Netflix, and they can pretty much do whatever they want. There's a lot of blood, a lot of bodily fluids, really disgusting stuff, a lot of sex jokes, like I said, drug-related jokes. You name it, the limits. They go all out. You know, just to name a few things. One character has sex with a car. They're constantly throwing up. People are constantly getting their heads chopped up, blood everywhere, throw up. Like I said, you name it, any kind of fluid that comes out of the body, and they mention it and you see it, and it's pretty disgusting at times. So I don't have a problem with shock humor. Like I said, I like South Park. I grew up watching South Park. I really enjoy it. I still watch it. You know, I watch Family Guy from time to time. They can get pretty crazy on that show. Not overly crazy, but, you know, for animated show on regular network TV. So, yeah, this one, they definitely go for the shock humor, like, whoa, that's crazy, or whoa, that's disgusting, you know. And for the most part, I did enjoy some stuff. Like I said, I grew up watching that stuff, so it didn't offend me. Like, I'm not easily offended, so that stuff, it didn't offend me. There's definitely a bunch of racist and stereotype jokes in here, but like I said, if you watch South Park, you're kind of used to that stuff, and you probably won't care. But me, I don't really like toilet humor, so a lot of the times when they're throwing up or, you know, pooping, it's kind of like disgusting to me. I don't like that stuff. They don't do it too much, but when they do it, it's enough for me. I'm just like, But the problem with a show like this that depends on shock humor is the more you see it, the more it doesn't become funny. You kind of get used to it. So they, at first, this kind of seems like they try to top, you know, the craziness. And eventually it's just kind of like they can't top what they did before, and it's kind of like, whatever. But the thing that makes this show work, or at least on some level, is definitely the characters. I really liked a lot of the characters. They're dumb characters that you should hate, but just watching them be idiots and do stupid things is hilarious. Like I said, you know, South Park or Family Guy, hilarious things. So, like I said, I that's one of the things that I liked. I liked the characters, and I did enjoy the comedy for the most part. But like I said, if you don't like that disgusting shock humor and everything like that, you're definitely not gonna like this show. It is not for you. It's just gonna offend you or gross you out, and you're just gonna have a miserable time. So if you're one of those people, definitely do not watch this show. Like I said, it's not for you. But for the people who do watch it, I think they might enjoy it. It's the first season, so hopefully it gets better. I never really watched Brickleberry. I think I watched a couple episodes that I don't really remember. So I can't say if that's a similar humor for those Brickleberry fans, which I think it had 3 or 4 seasons, so there must be some fans. But yeah, overall, like I said, I like a lot of the characters. Gina was hilarious. She's like super violent, always just kind of killing people and everything. Like there's one where the chief's all like, "You keep beating up everyone you arrest," and she's like, "Yeah. Well, I picked up a jaywalker," and she's like, "in the front of my hood this morning." So she's very crazy in violence, and I kind of like that. She's very, very enjoyable. Bullets is also kind of okay. He kind of reminds me of Brian, except a lot more of a druggie. Brian, there was an episode of Family Guy where Brian becomes addicted to cocaine, This is the character I feel Brian would become if he would have stayed on drugs like that. So, very interesting things. Like I said, if you don't like that gross humor and stuff like that, or if you're easily offended, not for you. But overall, it was a decent show. It's decently animated, decent humor. Like I said, after a while, the shock humor, it just kind of whatever. You're just like, okay, they went for it. No big deal. They did this in the last episode, so it's kind of whatever. But overall, I did enjoy it. One more thing, there is a little bit of an overarching storyline. In the beginning, in the first episode, they find some Argyle map, which is just Argyle colored map. And it comes up throughout a lot of the episodes until the end. It has like a double twist, which I kind of didn't like. I was like, okay, that's dumb. The first twist, I was like, that's dumb. And then the second twist, I was just like, whatever. But yeah, that's essentially it. I give this show a 6. Whoa, 6 out of 10. Trying to get the camera alignment. Gotta put some fat ass hands. Anyway, yeah, a 6 out of 10. Like I said, there's some enjoyment to be had. Like I said, I enjoyed bits and pieces of it. It was good comedy at times, but overall, when they just kind of try to get that shock at you, it kind of, you become numb to it after a while. You're just like, whatever, and that loses some of the comedy effect in the show. But a lot of the characters do help carry the show, so it is what it is. Like I said, a 6 out of 10. It's like I said, I think if you really enjoy that kind of shock, crazy, not PC joke stuff, then you're definitely going to enjoy this show. It's definitely a show for you. Like I said, I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it, and I'll definitely watch the second season. But it's the first season, so improvements will probably be made. Okay, that's it. If you've seen this show, what do you think? Do you think it's stupid, fun? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you a fan of Brickleberry? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.